Hey guys, welcome to another video here at Colubrids. We got another really hot day out. If you watched my last video, I showed some of my pink corn snakes. It was like 100 degrees out there, and we're gonna do it again today. It looks like it's just as hot. So I got my coffee going right now. I'm gonna go grab it real quick and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I got my beverage of choice. That's good. That's really good. So in this video, we're gonna be showing my favorite kind of corn snake. Maybe my favorite. I think it is. The Okeetee corn snake. Some people say Okeetee. I say Okeetee. It's just the way it rolls off of my tongue. And they're just amazing snakes. You know, the Okeetee has the thicker black borders or white borders if it's an A-male, and just a beautiful snake overall. It's like you get all these different morphs, but the Okeetee, it's just like a natural state, a wild type look. It's just the most beautiful snake, and what I do in my breeding projects is try and intensify and make extreme Okeetees. So with that, I'm gonna sip on my coffee and we're gonna get to this video. Something that's really interesting. Today's feeding day and I didn't feed them yet. So check this female out. This is a buckskin Okeetee. The buckskin has a lighter base color, and if you look in between the saddles, it looks almost like a light sand color. Now towards the tail, it's a little bit lighter, and as these age, they don't get much darker than this. They stay about like this. Some of them will get more like the sand when you go to the beach, or actually not the beach, the desert. And you can see kind of by the neck, it's like a sand color. So the base of the snake will stay around like a sand color, but those saddles are just like, look how intense these saddles are. So when you have a base that's that light with nice saddles, it's just something of amazement. Now the saddles have a lot of black bordering around them, so that's an extreme buckskin Okeetee. If it didn't have those heavy black bands around the saddles, it would just be a regular. So this is a beautiful example of an extreme buckskin Okeetee, and I got this girl from Don Sutterberg at South Mountain Reptiles, one of my favorite places to buy corn snakes. Now this girl is just amazing. Now I'm gonna put her back in her bin, let her relax, and show you the next group of Okeetees. So now this is Colorado, my male buckskin Okeetee. Now the last female I showed you was from Don Sutterberg at South Mountain Reptiles. I got this guy from Craig Trumbauer, and I picked him up at the Daytona Expo last year. I got lucky. He had a small group of these and I caught it early. I picked up a pair, and you know, Craig Trumbauer is one of the best breeders in the snake community. I mean, he makes so many different types of snakes, not only corn snakes, but this is one of the few that he had at the table, and I'm glad I got this guy. And you can see his color is so nice and light, just a beautiful colored snake. So you guys can see Colorado is one of the calmest snakes around. Now this is how most of these corn snakes are. You can let him crawl on you, do whatever you want. And I'm gonna put him back in his bin, wipe the sweat off my forehead, and show you the next snake. Alright guys, next I want you to meet the female buckskin Okeetee. Her name is Cinnamon, and she's got that nice soft color, like if you sprinkle cinnamon on some oatmeal. Just that nice toasty look now, and she has very faint light pattern on her, so I'm interested to see exactly how these look as they become adults. They look really nice, and they have like a nice sand color to them. Now with these, I'm separating. I got Craig Trumbauer's line, and I have the female from Don Soderberg. I'm gonna keep them separate. I wanna get a male from Don Soderberg. I don't want to really mix them. I want to keep them separate, so I have their own lines. I also have not a buckskin, but I have snakes from Lee Abbott. Now going forward, after producing a lot of babies, I may hold back the nicest one from each line and combine them and see what I get. But for now, I'm just trying to keep the lines separated and definitely keep them pure. I don't want to. Alright, so now that I showed you a couple of my babies, I'm going to show you some of the subadults that I have in my collection. Let's go back inside, it's hot out here. Alright guys, I'm here with Paprika. Now this is my 2018 female, Abbott's Okeetee. I picked her up from Lee Abbott himself, and this was, I believe, the second or third Okeetee that I picked up from him. And this is one of my pride and joys of the collection. She's probably about 2 weeks out from shedding, so her colors aren't crisp, but they look pretty good still. And she has that, whoa. Now look at those saddles. This is an extreme. You see how the black outlines those borders? And look at that belly, nice checkerboard belly, just like a dance floor. Let me show you her belly. Look at that nice checkerboard belly. Oh man, I love corn snakes. And this girl is an extreme, and I did breed her for the first time this year, and unfortunately none of the eggs were good. They were all slugs. So I'm hoping I'm gonna try and breed her again next year and see what happens. You know, first time breeder, only 3 years old, so it happens. We'll see what happens next year. And I'm gonna give you guys a better look at this girl in the proper sunlight. These are just like puppy dogs. You could hold these like boas, just hang out with them. They're probably the best colubrid you could handle. And that's why, one of the reasons why I love them so much, besides just being beautiful. I haven't had a picky eater yet. Usually, I mean, these guys knock down the mice with no problem. The second you open the bin, if they see you have a mouse or a pinky, they just go for it. And if you don't have one, they don't go for your fingers like some other snakes. So, a great pet. The best pet you can probably own. Alright guys, so now I want to introduce you to the male Abbott's Okeetee, Riddler. Now let me get Riddler out of my hair. Oh man. Now this is just a beautiful Okeetee. His pattern is slightly different than Paprika. The black around his saddles are slightly thinner, but the way that his patterning is, it's like a work of art. It's like a Picasso. Check that out. just like Paprika, Riddler is super calm. Now, this is the male that bred with Paprika, and you can see they're beautiful, and I really want babies from this particular pair. I think they'll make some amazing babies. Now, there's something about Riddler that's different than Paprika or any of my other Okeetees. Let me show you. Check out his belly. It's the same pattern. You got your black, but it's orange instead of white on the belly. Now, all of my Okeetees have white bellies with the black checkerboard look. This is the only one that has orange. So next time I want to talk to Lee Abbott when I see him and see if that's just a variant, or if that's like maybe some kind of another genetic thing going on. Either way, it's beautiful. I like that orange belly. Now, I don't know how good the camera picks it up, but that's almost pure orange with that black. So let me give you guys a better view of Riddler. So I'm gonna put Riddler back in his bin now. I'm gonna show you the next Okeetee. Alright guys, this is Pumpkin, my female, male Okeetee. So now Paprika is an male Okeetee, or you like to say albino. And she bred this year with Kane. I'm not gonna show Kane in this video. He's deep in shed right now. But she had 9 eggs. 9 eggs, and unfortunately 7 of the 9 were bad eggs. But on a good note, 2 of the eggs are good. I just candled them again yesterday, and there's a lot of veins and some movement going on in those eggs. So we're gonna have at least 2 pumpkin juniors coming out, and I can't wait to see what they look like. Now check out her belly. It's pretty white. Her belly's pretty white with a little bit of orange speckling that comes through. Now when you go towards the tail, let me see if I can get you a look of the tail. When you look towards the tail, there's a little bit more speckling. Now Pumpkin's one of my favorite corn snakes in my collection. And I'm hoping, because I usually don't see them that look this way, I'm hoping maybe one of her babies come out like her, because I want to hold a male back that looks just like this one. So let me give you guys a better view in some sunlight what she looks like. So it's starting to look like it wants to rain outside, so I definitely wanted to come back in. I didn't want the camera getting wet. The snakes don't mind. And you want to know something that's really interesting? Today's feeding day and I didn't feed them yet. So that just goes to show you how calm they are, because if this was another kind of snake and they didn't eat, they probably would have tagged me a couple of times. You know what, now that I say that, let me show you. I'm gonna feed a couple of them real quick, show you how fast they eat. So before doing this video, I said I think Okeetees are probably my favorite corn snake. And now after doing this video, looking at all of them together, I'm sure they're my favorite corn snake. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions about the Okeetees, feel free to ask. And I hope soon in the near future I have a lot of these available for you guys who are interested. And just relax. Hope you guys have a nice weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be safe.